Hi girls, in this video I'm going to tell about the remaining concept of classification data. In classification of big data, there are three types of data. The first one is structured, the second one is semi-structured, and the third one is the unstructured data. The past two types of data are explained previously in my last class. Today I'm going to explain you about what is unstructured data. Unstructured data means it does not conform to any predefined data model. For example, if you take structured data that follow a schema, for example, it belongs to the RDBMS, relational database, Oracle, SQL, like that. It has some predefined schemas, that is, the data are presented in the table format that follows some structure. But in unstructured data, data cannot follow any format, does not conform to any predefined data model. To explain things a little more, let us take a closer look at the various kind of text available and the possible structure associated with it. Here in unstructured data, business rules are not applied and which does not conform to any data model. Indexing is not required. For examples of this unstructured data are photos, graphic images, videos, streaming, instrument data, web pages, PDF files, PowerPoint presentation, email, blogs, entries and wikis and word processing documents, etc. The sources of unstructured data are machine generated data like satellite data, scientific data, photographs and video data, and radar and sonar data, like that. The main sources of unstructured data are web pages, images, free form text, audios, videos, body of email, text messages, chat messages, social media data, and Word documents. Satellite data means it includes weather data like Google Earth. Scientific data are like atmospheric data. Photograph and video data include security and traffic data, like that. These are all the sources of unstructured data. So these are the examples of unstructured data. For example, social media. If you take the social media, a lot of data are available from Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, Instagram, YouTube, like that. And then the geo data like GPS, weather, traffic, and machine generated data or sensor data like call detail records, web logs, smart meters, manufacturing sensor, equipment logs, or digital exhaust, trading system, and data records. And digital streaming of data means video, audio, and images. Text documents are from email, PowerPoint, spreadsheets, and word processing. And logs or file log, clickstream. And transaction messages from customer information from CRM systems, web store, general ledger, and transactional ERP. And microblogging like Twitter, customer feedback streams. These are all the sources of unstructured data. This is the difference between the structured data and unstructured data. Structured data can be displayed in rows, columns, and relational databases. But in unstructured data cannot be displayed in rows, columns, and relational databases. In structured data, the data are in numbers, dates, strings, like that. But in the unstructured data, the data are like images, audio, video, word processing files, emails, and spreadsheets. The percentage of data in structured data are estimated of 20% of enterprise data, according to Gartner. And then unstructured data are 80% of today's data are maximum belongs to the unstructured data. It requires structured data requires less storage because of the numbers, dates, and strings and characters. But Unstructured data are belongs to the video, audio, messages, images, word files, so it require more storage. And then structured data are easier to manage and protect with legacy solutions, but here in the unstructured data, it's more difficult to manage and protect with legacy solutions. And then the issues with unstructured data. What are the issues with unstructured data? Or structure can be implied despite not being formally defined. And then data with some structure may still be labeled unstructured if the structure doesn't help with the processing task at hand. And the third one is data may have some structure or may even be highly structured in ways that are unanticipated or unannounced. So these are all the issues with the unstructured data. So how to deal with this structured data are by using this following techniques. The following techniques are used to find patterns or interrupt unstructured data. The first one is the data mining. So we deal with large data sets. First, what is the use of data mining? The use of data mining is, first we can deal with large data set. Second one is we use methods at the intersection of artificial intelligence, machine learning, statistics and database systems to unearth consistent patterns in the large data sets or semantic relationship between variables. It is the analysis step of the knowledge discovery in database process. Few popular data mining algorithms are association rule mining, regression analysis and collaborative filtering. And then the other than data mining, techniques, natural language processing and text analysis, noisy text analysis and unstructured information management architecture, manual tagging with metadata. What is data mining? A process of analyzing data from different perspectives, summarizing it into useful information. Information can be used to increase revenue, cut cost or both. So the mining means we have to abstract the data. What we have to use in our records, we have to abstract it from the large amount of data, that is called the data mining. A few popular data mining algorithms are association rule, regression analysis and collaborative filtering. So what is the association rule mining is? It is also called market basket analysis or affinity analysis. It is used to determine what goes with what. It is about when you buy a product, what is the other product that you would like to purchase with it. For example, if you pick up bread from the grocery, are you likely to pick eggs or cheese to go with it? So that is the association rule mining. And then regression analysis. It helps to predict the relationship between two variables. The regression analysis is, it is used to predict the relationship between two variables. The variable whose value needs to be predicted is called dependent variable, and the variable which are used to predict the value are referred to as the independent variable. The third one is the collaborative filtering. The collaborative filtering, it is about predicting user preference or preferences based on the preference of group of users. For example, we are looking at predicting whether user 4 will prefer to learn using videos or is a textual learner depending upon one or a couple of his or her own preferences. So we analyze the preferences of similar depending on user profiles on the basics of it and predict the user will also like to learn using video or it is not, and the user prefer a textual learner or a video learner. Like that, you have to predict the user perspectives. Next, the text analysis. The other type of unstructured data are the text analysis or text mining. Compared to the structured data stored in relational databases, text is largely unstructured and difficult to deal with algorithmically. Text mining is the process of gleaning high quality and meaningful information from text. It includes such as text characterization, text clustering, sentiment analysis, concept or entity extraction, etc. And then natural language processing. It is related to the area of human-computer interaction. It is about enabling computer to understand human or natural language input. That is the natural language processing. The next one is the noisy text analytics. It is the process of extracting structured or semi-structured information from noisy, unstructured data such as chat, blogs, wikis, email, message boards, text messages, etc. The noisy, unstructured data usually comprises one or more of the following: spelling mistakes, observations. Unstructured data usually comprises one of the following: the spelling mistakes, observation, non-standard words, missing punctuation, missing letter case, like that. And then manual tagging with metadata. This is about tagging manually with adequate metadata to provide the requesting semantics to understand structured data. And then part of speech tagging. It is also called POS or post or grammatical tagging. It is the process of reading text and tagging each word in the sentences as belong to a particular part of speech such as noun, verb, adjective, etc. And then UIMA. The abbreviation is Unstructured Information Management Architecture. It is an open source platform from IBM. It is used for real-time content analytics. It is about processing a text and other unstructured data to find latent meaning and relevant relationship buried therein. So this is the techniques used to deal with the unstructured data. So the examples of classifications of data are structured data or surveys, questionnaires, tests, claim forms, like that. The examples of semi-structured data are invoices, purchase order, bills of lading, explanation of benefits, like that. And unstructured data are contracts, letters, articles, memos, like that. So these are all the classifications of data. Totally we have 3 types of data: structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. So the structured data are fit into a schema. Semi-structured data are self-describing data. Unstructured data does not follow any schema. So we have seen all the differences in this video. Thank you girls. I will explain you the concept of the content of data in my next video. Thank you girls.